chapter 5. Mark chapter 5. Before you read, or I'll give you where to read, the title will be Facing the Impossible with Faith. Doing what?
Facing the impossible with faith.
Mark chapter 5, verses 24 to 35. There was this woman. I will tell a little story, which is the pattern of teaching of Christ. He tells story like CNN. So, and better than CNN though. So this woman called Valerie, I just want to make example out of her in my teaching right now, is a housewife. This woman called Valerie is a housewife in Richardson, Texas. She lives in Richardson, Texas. And she's the mother of 4 young children. 4 young children. And so recently she went to see her physician, which you call your medical doctor or whatever, because she was experiencing some headaches and dizziness, which was severe. When she went in, they did an x-ray, and the x-ray came back. And when the x-ray came back, she nearly passed out as she looked at it. Why? There on the film, she saw a tumor of the size of an avocado in the center of her brain. Initially, of course, she and her family, they reeled from the shock of what in the world is this or that. So Valerie is younger, very younger than I am. What will happen to her kids, her 4 young kids? Will she live to see them graduate? Will she live to see the next Christmas? But after that initial shock settled down, Valerie began to do some intense spiritual searching. She's a believer. That I should let you know up front. She's what?
A believer.
And she wants to please God. She wants to please God in how she responds to Him. And as she now faces brain cancer, so she was asking the question, what does God expect of me? She was asking that question. She said she had begun to yell at her kids and justify it by telling herself, I can act this way, I have brain cancer. What do they expect? She was irritable with her husband as well in all of this. Leave me alone, don't talk to me, don't touch me, sit down, this and that, shut up, you're making too much noise, I can't stand you, this and that. Frustration, irritation. And she justified it by saying, I have brain cancer, you know. What did God expect of her? She decided to find out. Why perhaps it may have been more difficult for her than for others to bear, she discovered that the same principles still applied. Applied to what? To receive God's commendation when facing an impossible situation. Now, she needs to exercise faith instead. And the same is true for us.
Amen.
What in your life looks impossible is my question now. Brain cancer is that of Valerie with 4 young kids and a husband. Maybe you or someone you love faces something as serious as brain cancer. My question again is, what in your life looks impossible? But perhaps for you is the knowledge that unless God does a miracle, your marriage won't survive another seminary. Or perhaps you have a secret sin in your life that if you don't get a grip on, it will disqualify you from finishing here the race or ever making it into your promised land or the ministry. As those who want to follow Christ as disciples, which you and I are, when we face impossible situations that threaten to destroy us, to receive God's commendation, we need to exercise faith. A lot of faith. I tell some of you when you bring your mother like, oh no, this is hot water, I can't pour it on my head, it's going to burn into my scalp. I said, it's not going to kill you. Lots of people through history, they have asked the same question, like Valerie asked, what does God expect? In the middle of my crisis, how can I respond in a way that pleases God? If life is too sweet and too smooth, be careful, slow down. Be the one to withdraw and say, look, excuse me, I just want to take a break for a while. You did the wise thing. If life is too sweet, the bitter becomes multiplied in front. One person stands out in particular. She lived in Jesus' time and she is known as the woman with the issue of blood. Here we are going to consider 4 things that she did that demonstrated the kind of faith that God commands. I've still not let you read Mark chapter 5, 24 to 35. Now read. Mark chapter 5, 24 to 35.
And Jesus went with him, and much people followed him, and thronged him. And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, and had suffered many things from many physicians, and had spent all the time she had, and was nothing better, but rather grew worse. When she had heard of Jesus, she came and pressed behind, and touched his garment. For she said, if I may touch his clothes, I shall be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned about and pressed and said, who touched my clothes? And the disciples said unto him, thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and sayest thou, who touched me? And he looked around about and see her that had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell before him and told him all the truth. And he said to her, Daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace, and be whole of thy plague. While he yet spake, there came from the ruler of the synagogue's house certain which said, Thy daughter is dead. Why troublest thou the master any further?
As you read, you will notice at first they keep on driving her to respond to Jesus. A large crowd followed and pressed around Jesus, and a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. 12 whole years of bleeding is no joke. She has suffered a great deal under the care of many doctors and has spent all she had as money. Yet, instead of getting better, she grew worse. Even if she has life insurance, health insurance, medical insurance, all combined, whatever, it won't help, because insurance will say, hey, slow down. We're canceling you out of insurance policy of ours. No, I'm supposed to cancel. No, we want to cancel you out. We can't deal with you with everyday issue of blood for 12 years, 30 days times 12 times 12. No. I say 30 days times 12 months first, which is a year, right?
Yes, sir.
See, his mathematics failed.
324.
Times 12 now.
So 3,060.
I know it. It's you who doesn't know it. It's 3,000 plus years in menstrual period, and she was still alive. Bible studies. What do you think was happening? Anybody?
She was created for that moment.
She hit the bulls in the eye. She was preserved for that particular moment for Christ's arrival. That you won't die until he sees you. You will still be alive after you see him.
Amen.
Someone did say something like that about me, and I was shocked. That person told, in Africa, told this lady, once you meet my bishop, your problem is solved. Is like, it got to a point because she was over saying it in confidence of her own experience with me and the church. And it was a very big church now. Well, they say I shouldn't call this small, I should say it's growing, young, growing church. So it was a bigger church. And she said, she told her to the point that the woman got irritated, like, do you want to tell me he's now second Jesus? Oh. And she sucked it in and said, no, but you shouldn't have asked that question at all. I was speaking to you in faith in what I have seen done by this man, the servant of God. This was later, because our young lady got well, and it wasn't menstrual period, it wasn't bleeding of anything, but it was severe. She wants to kill herself if it's possible, or the bleeding would have not meant too much to her. And she would just clean herself up and wait for the next flow. But that was not it. They both didn't say nothing to me. And I did what I got to do.
Amen.
And we were on need for just 3 days. What has been there for years. Only for me to just walk from my big office into my restroom, because my restroom is in my office, not like here where you guys handicap me and what have you. Yeah. And I could hear them clearly. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? That if you see him, they didn't know they were yelling, I could hear them. And when I came out, I said, I missed something, am I missing something? And they said, no, they were just talking. I didn't say nothing. She got better. In the name of who?
Jesus.
Yes, I allowed me to be used for that purpose.
Amen.
I thank God for that.
Amen.
That's beauty
Amen.
on its own.
Amen.
That's a pass to heaven,
Amen.
if you want to call it so.
Amen.
Jesus realized that power had gone out of him. He turned around the crowd and asked, who touched my clothes? Who touched me? Who touched my clothes? Then it's only Peter who could answer that question, because others will go underground right away like, what did you do to him this time? Peter said, Master, you see all these people crowding against you. That's when the other disciples answered with Peter now. And yet you can ask, who touched me? You are already mobbed by people. And you knew someone touched you. Everybody was touching you. They were mobbing you. We were driving them apart. They were mobbing you. So how could you say someone touched you? But Jesus kept looking around to see who had done it. He didn't give up. I would know. Even mean little thing before Jesus. Not to talk of him who has all the power.
Amen.
Then the woman said, I shouldn't let this go on. Just knowing what had happened to her, she came and fell at the feet of Jesus, and trembling with fear at the same time, and told him the whole truth. He said to her, daughter. Jesus never called anybody daughter, except this once in the Bible. There is no place in the Bible other than this portion Jesus used the word daughter. And why? The love you will have for a daughter is always strong, no matter what. No matter how you guys pinch yourself, slash yourself, tear yourself, the love will come back to one wholesome again. And you will just remember, that's my daughter. And you will simmer automatically. If his argument, you will even let her have it. Because of the love, you're not scared of her. You will just let her have it to console herself and feel better. Like you could have all the rest of the talk and the last word. I don't care. So, much love is there for a father than even a mother that we didn't know to daughters. I'm talking of real fathers, okay? There are not too many good fathers. I'm not putting them down. I just put my eyes down to see that there are no many in what I'm seeing out there. There are no many in the past. There are no many now still. If they are not there, they are in jail. If they are not jail, they whatever. Jesus used the word daughter after she confessed the truth. See what truth could do? She confessed the truth. Jesus called her daughter. Daughter, my daughter, your faith has healed you. Your faith has
healed you.
Go in peace and be free from your suffering.
Amen.
We see in this story that I said I would tell that in the middle of an impossible situation to receive God's commendation, we need to do what? To exercise faith. In fact, this woman teaches us 4 things about what faith looks like. First, we see that faith takes us to Christ when we are at the end of ourselves. When we are what?
At the end of ourselves.
You see, you look at verses 25 and 26, you will see it there. So, the text says this woman had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. What were you doing 12 years ago? What shows were on TV? Who were the big names in the news 12 years ago? And that's how long this woman had been suffering. The text says she has a flow of blood. And it's the same word used in the, whatever, to refer to menstrual period or menstrual flow. That means this woman had been a social outcast for more than a decade? Yes. According to the Levitical law? Yes. Everywhere she sat became unclean. Everywhere, because any woman menstruating is under uncleanliness. Even though Jesus Christ came, some people say, oh, forget about all of that. It's Old Testament. Judges are using Old Testament in courthouses till today.
Amen.
People are using Old Testament statements till today. No, you should rip off. Let's go to our Bible and rip off the whole book of Genesis. Why you close the Bible? We want to rip it up so that we won't have Old Testament no more in our Bible. Because there is nothing to refer to Old Testament in the Bible no more. Come on. We even use it to bridge our New Testament. Amen. Most of the time.
Amen.
We go and take stuff from there. If you know the Bible real good, a little bit like I know, you will know. Everything she taught became unclean. Everywhere she sat down is unclean. Everything she taught was unclean. She could not participate in the faith community because of God wanted the missions of any kind to remain completely unassociated with any sort of community worship. She has to be outside, like an outcast. And what would cause something like that? I spoke with a gynecologist who said there are a number of medical conditions that would make or cause this to happen. Now they're using the modern day technology and senses, forgetting the useful common sense and sitting on it. I said, is that right? Yeah. What else could have caused it? But she felt one real possibility would be uterine cancer. And I said, that's what you think? And he said, yeah. You have any better idea, opinion? I will gladly take it. Now a woman who had uterine cancer for 12 years will be in a lot of pain and near death. So not only has she been a social outcast, but even spiritual outcast, but her resources are spent over all of this, and her physical life is nearly gone. This woman was at the end of her life. She was out of resources. What about you? Have you come to God and acknowledged your brokenness? Did you even tell God that you are broken? We read in John 15 that Jesus says, apart from me, you can do nothing, right? Amen. Are you operating under the illusion that you can fix your own problems? Oh, never mind, it's fine. I got this. Really? You got this for 12 years? And it's fine. Faith takes us to Christ with a recognition. Amen. That we are at the end of ourselves. Amen. The second thing this woman did, or say this, the second thing this woman shows us, rather, among the four things about faith, is that faith drives us to Christ in trust. In what? Trust. He said, for it's impossible to please God without faith, and if you do, you should believe that He is God. You should trust, is what He's saying here, that He is God. For He rewards those that diligently seek Him, because they are diligently trusting Him. Is the seeking. They're not looking for Him from hole to hole, from place to place. They're looking for Him by faith. Is what we have missed. We will just forget in a twinkle of an eye, I can handle this, leave this to me. And He told you already in John 15, there is nothing you can do without me. Amen. Right? Amen. Matthew and John 15, 5 through 15. Through 7, I'm sorry. 5 through 7. Apart from me, you can do nothing. You can do nothing without me, He said. So the second thing He showed us here by faith that this woman showed us, if you look at verse 27 to 29 of that place we read just now, read.
When she heard of Jesus coming to Christ by and touched His garment, for she said, if I may touch but His clothes, I shall be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague.
She comes inconspicuously and touches His garment because she believes He can heal her. Amen. That has been built in there, that I just need touch. I will be healed. That's all I need. This man they're talking about, that's all I need. And he's been following Jesus from place to place. Can't reach Him until this day. This woman's faith involved more than mental assent. She was so sure of what she believed. You see what belief and trust could do? Amen. It could move mountains. Amen. No, for real. It makes things happen, not just having it on your throat, on your lips, on your mouth. You just went to bed and slept and said, it's going to be like this tomorrow. In Jesus' name. If you have done your homework. Because you have to get out of idiocy, stupidity, nastiness, dirtiness, what have you, ugliness. Then you'll be bold to say, oh, leave that. You'll be even smiling in your sleep. Because that's how confident faith made you.
Amen.
You didn't hear me?
Amen.
So she got up to go find Jesus. She got up on her feet. Since I built all this belief, this trust, oh please, there is a place I need to go tow it up on the feet of Jesus. She found Jesus at last. She found Jesus. It resulted in action. She pursued him. Do you believe Christ is able to help you to the point that you pursue him? I'm chasing after you, no matter what.
I need you more and more.
That's what the woman did here. I'm chasing after. Pursue Jesus. Pursue Jesus. If you are carrying a heavy burden, have you prayed about it? Or you just let the burden begin to sink you gradually and do nothing? I mean, really pray. Like, you're telling God that I'm going to repeat this prayer until you answer me, which he doesn't like anyway. I heard you the first time, so why are you repeating? That's the pain I have. Oh Lord, that's how much my pain is. Before asking for prayer support, which you'll be getting again in these few minutes, which is called prayer request, do you really believe he can handle your prayer?
Amen.
Or handle you?
Amen.
You don't just write prayer requests week by week without trusting God first.
Amen.
Like, oh, it's just to write it down. They just want us to write, oh yeah. Yeah, all right. No. Be serious.
Amen.
If I pray on my legs are tired, I stand up in the middle of the night, walking around, praying, walking around, praying, walking around like rat and cat, walking around back and forth. I'm still praying. It doesn't bother me no more. It's an addiction.
Amen.
To pray and to pray. Because that's the way I could survive.
Amen.
I don't worship no Satan. I don't worship idol. I worship Jesus Christ.
Amen.
So why won't I be attached to the good thing that I know?
Amen.
Not because people want to call upon his name, but we want to attach ourselves with good people and good things.
Amen.
And the best is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
I have a friend, I could say, associate, whose brother was a rebel. Very rebellious. And he told his pastor, even God couldn't change his heart. Today that brother is a youth pastor.
Amen.
Who works with a very big organization. God specializes in doing